Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about Black Panther. Nothing else. That's all I want to talk about. Those two words. Black Panther. Oh my God. The movie was amazing. There's no way other amazing, beautiful, astounding, connected. I don't know how else to put it. When anybody asked me how that movie was, all I could say was beautiful, to the point where I had to wipe my tears at the end of the movie. Beautiful. Like I knew I was going to cry. I kept telling myself not to cry just because of what the movie meant to me. To see kings and queens and princesses and warriors up on that screen and just doing an amazing job. The writing, the directing, that movie was amazing. The movie starts off with, T'Challa stepping into his throne as king. He has to fight M'Baku, who's part of the one tribe that doesn't want to be part of the Wakanda, who comes on challenge day to decide to challenge him. And M'Baku lose, of course, but not after T'Challa has to show him who he really is without his powers. Every time there is, I guess, a fight for command, they do strip his Black Panther powers away, so it is just a test of skill. But T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman did an amazing job with this character. He did an amazing job with this character in Civil War, but for him to be rounded out and to have this whole movie just surrounded by him, beautiful. Dora Milaje, as a African American female, to see these warriors up on screen to protect their king, to protect their country, amazing, beautiful. Like, these are the words I'm going to keep saying. Beautifully, amazing, connected. Those are the three words you're going to hear throughout this whole review. Because there's no other way to put it. To see that on screen, especially coming from a company as big as Disney and Marvel, to open up that door and to bring it back on the screen. We haven't seen it since Blade, and let's be honest, Blade wasn't even all that great. But it was amazing, and they picked the perfect characters to play the perfect parts. Angela Bassett as a queen, she didn't have a lot of screen time, but when she was on screen, like, you knew it was Miss Angela Bassett. You knew it wasn't nobody else. The same way with Forrest Whitaker's character, he did a really good job playing Zuri. It was very subtle, but it was also very strong at the same time. Like, he's in control of the whole art-shaped herbs and being, the presenter of the presenter of the fight. It was just like Zuri was Zuri. Forrest Whitaker did a really good job. Even the character who played young Zuri everybody saw the lazy eye thing going on between Forrest and his young Forrest, but I ain't gonna say nothing else. Also, Okoye and Nakia were very strong female characters who had their own mindset of what it meant to protect Wakanda. Okoye's character was played by Okoye's character is more so, she's connected to the throne. She's the general of the Dora Milaje. It is her job to protect and serve whoever's on that throne, no matter who's on that throne. So when Killmonger comes to the throne, which we'll get to that later, there's a comment that's made between her and Nakia where she says, I serve who's ever on that throne, and Nakia says it's my duty to serve my country, to save my country. This is after Killmonger comes to the scene. Michael B. Jordan, wow. That character, the antagonist that Killmonger plays, brings so much depth to that character, and I think it comes from perfect writing and perfect casting. I couldn't see anybody else really playing that role now that I've seen the movie besides Michael B. Jordan. He did an amazing job. He was savage. He was like, his background story is what made him into who he was. He was a savage. Like, him killing his girlfriend, him killing Ulysses Claw, him killing T'Challa. Like, he was a savage. And then he went after Shuri. Like, he said, I'm going to bury him in the ground right next to Shuri. Like, that, anybody that's loyal to you, I will bury in the ground right next to Shuri, which is your little sister, which lets you know that I don't give a damn about any of y'all. So, that was just an amazing piece. Like, it was the little things that Killmonger brought to the screen that were a big impact. There's 3 lines that I really remember. The first line is when he's in the museum and he makes the comment of, do you think the British paid a fair price for these artifacts, because he tells the lady he was going to take it off her hand. She says it's not for sale, blah, blah, blah. Then he makes a comment when he comes into the throne room with TChalla, and he asks, he's explaining all the oppressed black people that are out there in the world, and Wakanda's doing nothing. And T'Challa makes the comment of, my duty is to protect Wakanda. And Killmonger makes the comment of, didn't all life start on this continent, so aren't all people your people? Which is true. All life started in Africa. We all know this. I don't care how many people want to debate it. All life started in Africa. So that was the second comment he made. The third comment, and everybody knows it. Everybody has heard it. This is the moment when everybody felt we all felt connected to Killmonger from the get-go. But the last line he made during his death, where he says, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ship because they knew death was better than bondage. There was no, oh my God, there was nothing that could be said, because that line resonated with everybody, white or black, that was in that theater. More so with the black people. I mean, we get it. But everybody in the theater knew what that line meant. And it wasn't just coming from a fictional place. It was coming from history. It was coming from a real place. It was coming from a black person who knew what it was like to be mass incarcerated. So that line was the line from the movie, the line that will stay with me in the future into Black Panther 2, 3, Infinity War, all that. That's a line that will stick with me. So I appreciated that. Great writing, Ryan Coogler. That was beautiful. To go more so into depth of whether T'Challa or Killmonger was right, it's a toss-up. Killmonger was more so on the vengeful side, where he had all this hatred and he had nothing to live for, and he feels like Wakanda took everything from him. He feels like the colonizers took everything from him, so the only thing he could feel was to rise up, and the only way to do that was to use vibranium, which a country of black people were holding on to themselves, and he felt like was wrong. Whereas T'Challa felt like it was his duty, coming from his father who was a king, and all he was taught was, protect our country, keep us from the outside world. You got to protect this vibranium, or it could cause chaos. It could ruin everybody. I think that's what his father meant when he went into the ancestral plane, saying, you're a good man with a good heart, but it's hard for a good man to be king. It's hard for a good man to be king. That comment meaning you'll be a perfect king if you only focus on traditionalism and what it means to protect Wakanda. It's hard for a good man to be king if you can't make the right decisions and what's right for your people. And Nakia makes the same comment of, there's people out there that we can help, and T'Challa says, that's not my place to do that. We have to protect ourselves. So it's a toss-up on who was right and who was wrong. I think Killmonger was right in so many ways, but he was also wrong about how he was going about it. And I also feel like T'Challa was right in so many ways, as the fact of the comment that I had made to somebody is, black people have invented a lot of stuff. Do we get the credit for it? No. So if we let the world know about our vibranium, are they going to take it for themselves and feel like, they're the creators of it, or, they founded it or whatnot? I think that's where that protection comes from. You don't want to feel like they're the only country in Africa that's not colonized, and you don't want to begin to feel colonized and have people take this one thing that makes you who you are away from you. So I can get both sides of the story. Also, to bring to the table the records that Black Panther has broken. There's a lot of stigma in Hollywood that black casting and black directing and all black movies do not do well in theaters. Hello. That movie outsold any pre-sale tickets for any superhero movie. It outsold Civil War, which everybody was excited for. And then to go and turn around in the 4-day weekend and make more than two of the most popular superheroes out there. Black Panther made more in 4 days than Justice League made in its entire run in the theater. And that's Batman and Superman, not to include, Wonder Woman and Aquaman and The Flash. In 4 days. They made that in 4 days. So it's been proven. The fact has been proven. Give Give the right jobs to the right directors, give them the right budget, give them the right cast, and we will show you what we can do. We have some amazing talent in the African American community, but I feel like we don't get recognized enough because there's this stigma of Black people don't bring in money. Marvel has completely shut that down. They opened up this door that people have kept closed for so long. And I think when they opened it, it was more so of like a crack. Let's see what could happen. That door is wide open now. That door is off the hinges. Like the money that this movie has brought in is outstanding. Not to even include what the Black Panther Challenge has done for young African American kids. $300,000 worldwide as of a couple of days ago when I last checked, just to take kids to see, you know, themselves on screen is amazing. And it touches me a lot. Like, we didn't have this as kids. We didn't get to see ourselves up on the screen. Ooh, we didn't get to see ourselves up in the screen in a beautiful light, to see ourselves as kings and queens. And I wish we did. I think we would embrace ourselves more. But it's just a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see kids want to be a superhero that looks like them. It's the same way we felt, you know, with Obama. Everybody got to see a man take, you know, the highest ranking position in the country that looked like them. And it's just it's just amazing. I can't wait for other people to see this movie. I can't wait to see, you know, what else this is going to bring to the table for, you know, young kids who want to act. And it's just beautiful. Like, it's just a very beautiful thing to see kids be able to see themselves on screen. It's just amazing. So for those of you who have not seen the movie, I encourage you to go see it, to go see this moment in history, in superhero history, in cinematic history, in Marvel history, in Disney history. Just go out, see it, enjoy it, bring your friends, bring some family. Just have a good time. So I realized as I was editing the video that I didn't film a proper outro. I just want to thank you guys for watching my Black Panther review, and I will see you in my next video.